Good morning. This is Bobbie McCutcheon at the Kings Tree Library. Right in front of me is Miss Kimberly Matthews. She's filming us today, and she is a children's librarian. We're reading a little story I wrote. This is about things we have in Williamsburg County that you might be interested in. And it's called Hank and Gracie and Slim and Lucy and Alice and Harley and Edward and Paula at the pond. You know what this is, right? I'll tell you what its name is in just a minute. There is a turtle named Hank who lives on the bank of a pond where it's sometimes wet and sometimes not. He's a turtle, so he can go in and out of the pond. Hank is green and brown and yellow and black and has bright blue stripes over his little beady turtle eyes. Hank is very happy turtle because he has many friends to visit every day who live in or around the pond. His dragonfly friend is named Gracie. She's also green and brown and yellow and black and has a bright blue stripe over her eyes. Her eyes are the opposite of Hank's eyes. Her eyes are huge and cover most of her head. Another friend of Hank's is a fish called Slim, who lives under the water at all times. He is called Slim because he's very, very skinny. Slim is also green and brown and yellow and black with bright blue stripes over his eyes. His eyes are pretty big, not little and beady like Hank's little beady turtle eyes. Lucy is a long-legged wading bird with a long pointed black beak and has bright blue stripes over her eyes. She also is green and brown and yellow and black. She can walk out into the pond on her long legs where she hunts for her breakfast or her lunch or her dinner. Probably snacks too, I would think. I'm not really sure how herons eat their meals. Hank has many frog friends who live around or in the pond. Their names are Alice, Harley, Edward, and Paula. All of them are green and brown and yellow and black and have bright blue stripes over their eyes. Hank can do many things his friends cannot do, and they can do many things Hank cannot do. One of the special things he can do and that they cannot do is because his body is built like this when it's all the way out. See his body with his shell and his tail sticking out and his feet sticking out and his head sticking out of the shell? That's the way he does, except Hank loves opposites. So he wants to show you what he looks like when he is all the way in. In and out are opposites, of course. He looks like a rock when he goes in. See that? His head's pulled in, his little feet are up in there. So you might think that he's just a rock. Gracie is a dragonfly and very shiny and beautiful and can fly very, very fast or very slowly. She can hover like a helicopter when she wants to. Fast and slow are opposites, of course. You see Gracie? She's going to dive down on that little insect, put it in her feet, and eat it up. That's probably her lunch. Slim is a small fish, very, very thin, shaped like a dish that's on its side. Slim can do two things really, really well. He can swim very fast, pushed by his fins and his tail. He can also hide out between plants and rocks and pretend he cannot be seen, being very, very still. Moving fast and being still are opposites, of course. Has anybody ever told you when you're running around to be still? Bet they have. Lucy is an interesting friend, says Hank. She can do many opposite things, like walk in the water or walk on the shore. She can be very still or she can fly very fast. She can stand very tall or bend very low on her long, long legs. She's fun to watch. See where that next page is. There it is. Hank's friends, Alice and Harley and Edward and Paula, that's 4 of them, can hop and jump and walk and live in or out of the water. These friends have a trick Hank and Gracie and Slim and Lucy don't. Well, Slim can do it a little bit, but not as well as Alice and Harley and Edward and Paula can. These frogs can change their colors. They can change to brown, so they are mostly invisible. That's a great trick. Hank and Gracie and Slim and Lucy would like to be able to do that trick too. That would be very useful if you were trying to hide out somewhere. Hank has a question for you. Gracie the dragonfly and Slim the fish and Lucy the wading bird and Alice and Harley and Edward and Paula the frogs and me, Hank the turtle, are all alike in one very wonderful way. Do you know what that is? Miss Kim's trying to guess. Hank the turtle shouts out, "We all came from eggs!" That's amazing! A turtle egg, a bird egg, a dragonfly egg, a fish egg, and frog eggs. It's your job to find out what those look like. Then Hank looked around and saw his friends were all leaving to find some lunch. "Bye-bye, friends. I'll see you tomorrow." Hank walked away and started munching on some flowers because he was a very, very hungry turtle. The end.